Thanks, chairpersons. Good evening. I thank you everyone for being here after a long day of lectures. I will not bore you. I will take you through a ride. So welcome to the journey to discover the truth regarding diet as medicine. Rapid changes have occurred in diets and lifestyles in developing countries, and diet is a major modifiable determinant of chronic disease and health. Now it is taking the center stage in health promotion, disease prevention, and management. So diet as medicine, food and nutrients are the original medicine on which modern medicine stands. But under the hypnotizing influence of the profit-oriented market economy, food and medicine have taken divergent paths, diminishing the natural healing properties of the food. So if the modern medicine have focused even 50% on prevention, then the scenario would have been totally different, as they have focused on intervention. So the Hippocrates, our father of modern medicine, also said, "Let medicine be your food and food be your medicine." He also said, "You are what you eat." Unfortunately, modern Western medicine has forgotten his wise words, and they concentrated only on drug therapy, neglecting diet. Ancient systems believed that diseases and health problems result from incorrect diet. So they placed a lot of emphasis on analyzing the constitution of the individual and thus prescribing an individualized diet. So good nutrition, it doesn't only add years to life, but life to years. Extensive research has shown that diet is an important factor in etiology and pathogenesis of major chronic diseases. The diet remains an important factor throughout life, and the mechanisms by which it influences health are complex. So there is an interaction between the nutrients and genes, which is thought to have placed an impact on lifespan and disease development. Foods have their own inherent nature, quality, temperament, influencing the physiological functions of body. So that is why the physician and dietary therapists need to know which foods are therapeutic and indicated in a particular condition, but which foods are harmful and aggravating to it, thus contraindicated. So lots of foods have their own healing properties. As our grandmothers used to give us haldi or garlic and honey for colds. Mushrooms boost the immune system. Lycopene from tomatoes, helpful in some cancers. Herbs and spices are good for digestion. They have strongest antioxidant properties. So this kind of therapeutic knowledge of various foods was a common feature of the legacy of traditional medicine, which was derived from centuries of practical but empirical knowledge. Apples, they tone up the liver. Plums and peaches, they are laxatives. Pears protect the lungs. Oranges are cooling. Lemons stimulate bile. Watermelon can be therapeutic as a diuretic. So this was the knowledge derived from the traditional medicine. Root vegetables like potatoes, yams, sweet potatoes can be substituted for grains. Beets are tonic. Cucumber is cooling. Green leafy vegetables are good to build blood. Fresh ginger roots stimulate the stomach and digestion. Onion also stimulate the immune system. Also garlic stimulate the immune system. And radishes, they are spicy and they stimulate digestion. Whole beans often blamed for gas production. So the easier one to digest are mung beans and black beans. Tamarind is used to make a cooling summer drink. Nuts and seeds, good source of protein. Almonds are rendered much more digestible if soaked and skins removed. We usually eat bhige hue badam. Sesame seed is highly nutritious easy to digest. Pumpkin seeds are eaten to eliminate intestinal worms. So wheat is considered high in bodybuilding nutrients. Rice and corn easy to digest, but wheat may cause gluten intolerance. Oats have high mucilage content. Buckwheat, the most heating grain, so best in winter. Millet is light and easy to digest. Millet has jowar, bajra, etc. Milk is concentrated nourishment given by a mother to her offspring. Dairy products are rich and moist in nature. Meats are heaviest and hardest to digest. Red meat being the heaviest and hardest. Fish, tuna and mackerel heavier, so difficult to digest, but cod is lighter. Similarly, shellfish, lobster and shrimp, they pose a particular problem and they tend to aggravate eczema, pustule, etc. So in diet should be different in different diseases. The Hippocrates, he practiced this type of medicine. So if the patient is having acute problem, so the diet was very light. The powerful pharmaceutical drugs, they produce desired effects regardless of what the patient eats. So patient just pop a pill and forget the diet. Diet therapy is very important in the proper management of acute diseases. In acute diseases, the body is in catharsis of elimination, so the worst thing is to burden it with heavy foods. So Hippocrates would feed his patients a liquid diet. This keep patient well hydrated and provide easily accessible vitamins, minerals and carbohydrates. But in chronic diseases, the diet should be wholesome and nutritious. Here, food is truly the best friend. So our diet, it is actually a bank account, and good food choices are good investments. Diet as medicine, during the 20th century, there has been an epidemic of non-communicable diseases. And the 2005 dietary guidelines focused on diet as primary component of health promotion and disease prevention. In following diseases, diet is definitely responsible, like in food allergies, nutritional deficiencies, obesity, diabetes, cardiovascular diseases, hypertension, stroke, dental diseases, osteoporosis, chronic kidney disease, gastrointestinal diseases, arthritis, several cancers, skin diseases, etc. Now, regarding the food allergies, all of us eat to survive, and 1 in 20 in less than 5 years and 1 in 25 adults, they are allergic to at least one food. And there is currently no cure for food allergies but to avoid that allergenic food. So given the rapidity with which the traditional diets and lifestyles are changing in developing countries, it is not surprising to find nutritional deficiencies and undernutrition. Also there is non-communicable diseases like obesity, diabetes, hypertension, and on the other side, there are nutritional deficiencies and undernutrition. Diet in obesity, avoid the use of added sugars, starches, promote intake of fruits and vegetables, as Dr. Muruganathan stressed today. Restrict the intake of energy-dense, micronutrient-poor foods, that is the packed snacks. Promote an active lifestyle. Now, in diabetes, intake of abundant fiber from whole grain foods, low glycemic index foods, and vegetables, preferably pulses and nuts. Low fat dairy products. Avoid simple sugars, especially those found in sodas and fruit juices. Animal sources of saturated fatty acids. Commercial sources of trans fatty acids. and ensuring less than 10% of the saturated fat intake of total energy intake. Choose an overall balanced diet that emphasizes fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. Diet for cardiovascular diseases and stroke. So currently there is evidence suggests that cardiovascular health is strongly influenced by the quality of dietary fat and quantity of fruits and vegetables, as well as salts consumed daily. Numerous data suggest that a significant protective association exists for coronary heart disease and stroke with consumption of fruits and vegetables. So will now dietary advice be integral part of your prescriptions? So dear friends, this ends our discovery of truth about diet as medicine. So thank you everyone for your patient hearing.